What's cool about Univah? Let's forget all the jargon and technical talk, and let's just communicate the differences between the Univah Film Engine and basically every other software, every other legacy DCC out there. And that includes Blender and Unreal. Because for some reason, we've noticed that when we talk about legacy DCCs, people seem to think Unreal Engine is exempt from that. And so we throw Unreal Engine in the same boat as Maya, Houdini, Blender, Cinema 4D. All of those softwares follow the same pattern. They were all made in the 90s. They all have node graphs. Unreal Engine has blueprints. Blender is highly reliant or dependent on the node graph workflow. So from Maya, which is very technical, to Houdini, which is extremely technical, to Blender, which is very technical, to Unreal Engine, which is extremely technical, all of them have the same thing in common. They are extremely dependent on plugins, external add-ons, and their architecture is deeply engulfed and dependent upon node graphs, the node graph workflow, which is the opposite of how an artist thinks. You work in Houdini and it feels like you're creating a spaceship. It feels like you're working in NASA, you're working on a rocket ship. And really all you're trying to do is change the color of an apple. You want to change the texture of an apple, and you go to Houdini to make an apple look like it was painted. And you have to do so many node graph setups, you have to do so much connections that it ends up feeling like you're building a rocket ship, like it's rocket science, like you have to get a PhD just to manage a node graph. That is the opposite of art. That is the opposite of how an artist thinks. It is unintuitive. Node graphs are not instinct. It is not your instinct to go to a node graph and connect a bunch of wires just so that your apple can look like it was painted or hand drawn. This is what all the legacy DCCs, and we're including Unreal Engine in here,